Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to the
hmm
Assassin's Bakery podcast. I am your host, JG, the Quiet Assassin. Got my co-host, Frenchie the Bread, the voice of reason. What's going on with you, big dog?
Nothing much, brother. Living, being swell, trying to stay Rona free, and on top of everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right.
Man, how you been living, brother?
I've been cool, man. Been getting acclimated to working from home and connecting with the children via Zoom. It's been a challenge, but I think they've you know come around to or gotten acclimated to learning online. I don't know if we'll ever get back to working um, in the same classroom, but if not, just have to make adjustments and make the best of it. So I can't complain. I'm still getting paid, and it could be worse. So yeah,
Man, I feel you there, man. At least there's something.
man. All right, man. So
Just,
let's get into it. So Tua, Dolphins
man.
took him fifth pick overall. They went 10-5 this past season. I think he started in what 8 games.
hmm
I'm not sure what his overall record was throughout those games, but um, there was times where he had to get subbed in for Fitzpatrick. I don't know going forward. Is that a formula they want to go with? Because now you have Tua looking over his shoulder every time he makes a mistake. Um, I don't know. I don't know. They have the fifth pick going into the draft this year. I think they need to surround him with more playmakers. The Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. I think that's who they need to go ahead and grab in the draft because Jakeem Grant seems to be injury prone. Devontae Parker, history of injuries. Gesicki, the tight end, is good, but he also has injury problems as well. So it's just like he needs more weapons, consistent weapons to throw to. And I think Devontae Smith fills that void for him at 5. I don't think you go ahead and jump ship and get rid of Tua because I don't think you'll be able to get as much as for him as you invested into him. So I feel like the best thing to do with the fifth pick is to go ahead and get a playmaker.
And it would be fitting. I do see that aspect, but at the same time, he like this season. I will say by my own opinion that he had a nice showing. I can't give him this season just because it was a lot of other factors going into it. The head coach, I mean, I have to tip my cap to him. That was masterful in the way that he, used his team, used his arsenal, picking and choosing spots. Always, reassuring that, this is my quarterback, but showing that I'm here to win games. Like that has to be respected and acknowledged. But at just in a token of Tua, he is a very, very, very unique player. And at the same token, I would want to get him a receiver, but looking at this free agent market, you might be able to pick somebody up. You might be able to snag somebody. I believe they are in the top 10 in cap space. So I mean, they could try to, bolster that roster with some veteran, or some established receivers, and then in the draft with that fifth pick, go after a offensive lineman, possibly a center. I've seen a lot of issues just with them and their protection. A lot of the times, Tua was getting frustrated and rattled, and they had to pull him out. He was taking a lot of hits. It was a lot of things that were going on the offensive line and up front that were just really, not to pro standard to me, or for just the standard for a rookie quarterback.
Okay, so you think they should address the offensive line, the fifth pick, opposed to going to skill position player? Yeah,
Or or trade, or I mean, if they're gonna go offensive line, trade the fifth pick, trade back,
yeah,
make it
absolutely,
appropriate.
yeah. Unless there's just an all-pro offensive lineman once of a lifetime, like a
Well, I mean, you already know that the NFL pipeline for offensive linemen is Alabama and LSU, and
Right.
they they both consistently every year pump out left and right tackles. I'm pretty sure there's at least three top. I know LSU has a top 10 left tackle. So I mean, you can get you can get a you can get somebody. I mean, you can get a big somebody, but you can also, you know, navigate your future through the draft by trading back as well. I mean, some teams may be willing to, and we've seen it through our years, brother. You know, we some teams are willing to get the wool pulled over our eyes, give up a king's ransom for a little to nothing, just a taste at that pick.
Agreed. Um, I don't know. I just feel like the Dolphins they're not that far off. Their defense didn't play bad this season. Obviously, 10-6. I just feel like on offense they didn't have enough consistency from their skill players. The running backs were hurt. Ahmed was hurt.
Yeah,
Gaskin was hurt a lot this year. So those guys can get healthy and get right next year. You add a Smith to that mix of skill player. Even though I mentioned that they were hurt, but let's say they get hurt and Smith is, still there or whatever. He's not hurt and he plays a complete season. The questions about him coming out is that durability. Will he be able to hold up? He has a slender build like a Marvin Harrison or a Torrey Holt, but look at those guys' careers. They turn out to
I
be Hall
mean,
of Famers. They seem to hold up just well. They were exceptional pass catchers and route runners, but I mean, I think Smith is on his way, man. I really think he could be a perennial Pro Bowler.
oh,
At the
hands
next
down.
level. Yeah.
And that was the other thing too. I was gonna try to throw in there was yeah, I don't think he might not be there at five. He might
Three,
not be
three,
there at five or three.
third pick. Yeah, Dolphins. Third.
He might not be there at three.
Jacksonville got the first pick, so
And then the Jets are now believing in Darnold. So I mean, I can see the Jets taking him.
think the Jets will take Smith.
Who look at their receiving core, and they gave up Robbie. I feel like that's what they've been looking for. I
May
feel
go
like
Jamar Chase.
mm, Jamar Case is solid, but I feel like Jamar Case is overlooked, especially because Smith copped that Heisman. As soon as he copped that Heisman, that just automatically put him in the top five. Like somebody's going to take him. He's that talented of a player. Like there's going to be teams wanting to trade up for that. I know. I know Jacksonville. If that's what I'm saying, Jacksonville could fleece somebody. The Jets can fleece somebody. Like organizations just need to, capitalize or take the player.
So you think the Jets are just completely just going to give up on Sam Darnold and they're going to draft another quarterback?
Nah.
Because you can't trade. I mean, you could try to trade him, but I mean, let's be realistic. Like, what are you actually going to get for him on the open market?
They're not going to trade him. They're investing in him. I feel like that. Like I feel like he's on like his last life, and literally, if they don't grab Smith and they grab Lawrence, yeah, he's done.
Okay, so
He's done.
let's segue into the NFL draft. We kind of spoke on it prematurely, but now let's go ahead and let's talk solely about the draft. Jacksonville, man, I think that's a good GM position to be in. I feel like $100 million in cap, number one pick overall. You're in need of a quarterback. Take Trevor Lawrence, you pair him up with DJ Chark. You got Shavicius Shenault. You got that rookie running back in Robinson. He played well this year. Had over 1,000 yards rushing. And so he got some pieces. And even he was hurt this year. The tight end that went to San Jose State and Josh Oliver, they got him in the third round of the 2019 draft. He's 6'5", 50-pound receiver. I think he ran like a 4.6 or something. Good hands.
Mm.
You just need to stay healthy. Like they have pieces. The defense, they probably defense can use some work. But I mean, I think if they take Lawrence, they'll be headed take a step, in the right direction. And they got
Yeah.
cap to address their needs on defense, 100 million. They can address some needs on offense as well. So that's what I think was going to happen with the number one pick. Who do you think Jacksonville's going to take with the number one pick?
Well, I'm lockstep with you. If they don't take Trevor Lawrence or what's my guy from Baylor? His name's escaping. His name's escaping me, but he's an underrated talent. They have to go with a quarterback. I mean, it's
evident that Glennon wasn't the answer. Minshew, I think he's a good backup quarterback. I feel like in the NFL, I don't think he's worthy of a starting role.
I feel like he can win you. I feel like he could be the next Alex Smith if he worked his game right.
Okay, next game, good game manager.
Yeah, like don't mess up the game. Use the weapons. Put the pressure on your skilled players and the people around you instead of trying to, be an Aaron Rodgers or guys with those ilk.
Yeah, man. You spoke on Alex Smith. I was just thinking, like, he has a playoff game this weekend. Him and the Washington football team against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Ron Rivera, he's going to a 2-quarterback system. I mean, we all know why. Smith isn't 100%. Probably really shouldn't be playing, but what else are they going to do? They just got rid of Haskins, cut him, so down to 2 quarterbacks. So down to Alex Smith, and I'm not even sure who the other quarterback is.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I'm not sure who the other quarterback is.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think, I don't know. I don't know if Alex should be playing, but we'll see what happens this weekend. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm so like it's ridiculous. How certain people can squander their opportunities. Like, do you think Dwayne Haskins is going to get picked up anywhere?
I think another team will give him a shot to compete for a starting role. Let's see what teams are out there in need of a quarterback.
It's really Slim Pickens.
The Bears maybe. I don't know if they're sold on Trubisky. Jacksonville, they may need a backup. Trevor Lawrence. Who else?
The Broncos.
Broncos need a quarterback. I think
Texans are going to need a quarterback soon because
you read my mind. I was just about to say that. Bro. Because because Deshaun Watson, man, he doesn't seem to be happy at all. Like it seems like he wants.
They gave his best receiver up for a bag of apples in the Gatorade.
Yeah. For a running back, for an aging, hurt running back at that, though, like, come on.
Who is running the show there? Terrible.
Texans, man, they really just threw their whole future away because they got to move him now. He's made publicly known that he doesn't want to play for them anymore. So, I mean, you can't just continue to keep him there, But that's similar to the James Harden situation. I don't know if he really has any leverage.
He doesn't. But the thing about it, he does. Because, like, he can sit out and like not get paid and just ruin their whole season, and now you just gotta you can penalize me and just take it out the money that you gotta pay me.
Yeah.
But I mean that just makes it look bad on him. But then again, it's like, bro, you're James Harden. You're James Harden. Like, you are a scoring champion. You are a walking flop.
He does flop.
Like, I mean, he's skilled at what he does. Don't get me wrong. He's a great basketball player. I will say he is one of the top five best scorers that I've seen with my own eyes thus far. Like, he's top five for me. It's just like a pure scorer. Put the ball in the basket. He can put the ball in the basket. If I needed a bucket, if you had to start an all buckets team, what would be your starting five on your all buckets team?
I would go Steph. I would go Harden. I would go KD. I would go AD. Then I would go probably who would I go at center? Mm. Giannis.
See, I just see only person I take Giannis I take Giannis out and I take AD out and I put and it kills me just to say it and put these two people in the lineup with my mans, but I have to put Kyrie and
Kyrie. I
LeBron.
was thinking Kyrie and I was thinking
Uh,
LeBron. But I was just thinking,
Kyrie.
like, cause well, in terms of AD, he can score down low and he can face up. Giannis, I
Yeah,
just like he could just get to the basket. He can just do that all day. He don't got to worry about shooting.
yeah.
KD, because he can do it all damn near as
He,
well.
he can
Harden,
score from anywhere.
Steph too.
Harden can,
But yeah, I feel you
yeah.
though on the LeBron because he's I don't
He's
know
too he's
too strong.
crafty.
Yeah,
He's too strong and he's crafty.
yeah, really methodical about how he's gonna attack you on
And,
this possession.
and he wears you down. Like
Right.
at the end of the game, you're demoralized. It's like, dang, he just put up a 30 burger on me, and we still got 8 minutes to go, and he's pounding the rock at the top, motioning people still.
Man, I tell you, I think I might have told you this story before. His rookie season, when Cavaliers they were playing against the Warriors, the Coliseum. I went with my dad, and Warriors won, but LeBron, man, he scored like 29. He had like 29 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, but it didn't even look like it though. Like he did it so effortlessly, and this was at like 18 years old though. So it was just like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah. You witness history
history, bro.
early. See, that's crazy. Like that's he again another score. Like I don't know. I would. And of course, we will be getting into this on the next episode. I want to compare generations of just all buckets teams.
Ooh, so you wanna do a nine like a how far back do you want to go? You want to go 80s,
So
90s?
so so let's just keep it 80s and 90s.
Okay,
Let's
okay,
let, let,
80s,
let,
90s.
let's
All
just
right,
keep it 80s and 90s.
all right. Definitely.
Yeah, let's let always to those who follow us and those who watch us, you can always tap in, leave a comment.
Yeah. In the comment section, who's your all 80s team, all 90s
Who's
NBA
your but who do you have? Who's your starting five on your all buckets team?
starting
That's
five?
your starting five on your all buckets team.
Yeah,
You're going to the record with a five just to get buckets. Who are you going with?
man. So it's gonna be some phenomenal lineups in the comment section, man. I know you're gonna have a all-star studded lineup as well. I know I'm gonna come with my lineups too, so it's gonna be fun,
Oh
man.
yeah.
It's gonna be
Oh
fun
yeah,
as we
especially that
dissect these
especially
lineups.
oh yeah, especially that '90s. The '90s one, I feel like there's some potent scorers, some real potent scorers, bucket getters, guys who can get to the cup.
Got to, man.
Got to get to the cup. Got to get a basket. Got to do an honorable mention. Clay. Shout out to the best Golden State Warrior.
Oh Yo, yeah, man. Big Clay, man. You're number 11, man. Can't wait till you get back on the court, man. Game not the same without you.
Man,
Only player in NBA history to score 60 points off, what, 11 dribbles? Probably less than
man,
that. Like,
less than that. He has that man is a that man is the true definition of a warrior.
man, it just pains me, man, that he has to sit out another year, another injury.
Tore his ACL and barely flinched.
Last game of the season, though, bro. It's like, damn, he made it all the way to the end, and then he just tears it, and then he heals up, he makes it back to training camp, and then ruptures his Achilles. It's just like, man, I know, man. I feel like I don't know because I was having a conversation with a couple of our other friends, John and Dejan, about how Clay is going to come back. Like, how, so when he comes back from injury, do you still think he's going to be that two-way player, Clay, or do you think he's going to like sacrifice a little bit on the defensive end, and he's still going to be there like offensively? Like he's still going to be that knockdown shooter that we all know him as.
Well, I feel like he's going like so. I feel like he's not going to take a hit offensively because his game offensively isn't above the rim. So he really doesn't need like explosion. Like he doesn't need to rely on his explosion to get a shot. He really relies on playing off the ball, screens, running in and out, and that's the one thing that's going to take a toll. And I know this from an Achilles injury. You lose a lot of lateral quickness. So I know on the defensive end, technically, he's going to have to step it up. And I feel like just from what we've seen from him, he's capable of doing that as a player. So I know it's going to take some time for him to get back to that Clay, but I feel like offensively, it's not going to be that much bigger. Defensively, yeah, you're going to see it for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just worried because I don't think he's going to be able to stay with majority of the point guards in the NBA because he has to guard the point guards. Because Steph's not the best defender, but he has shown signs of that he's improving, that he's willing to take a stand on defense and embrace it. But
Oh yeah,
that's Clay's job. I just don't know if he'll have it every night. I'm sure he'll still be able to, but just not on that level that he was able to
and plus,
in the injury.
they're going to load manage him. You know they're going to.
Well, yeah, you have to, man. Two leg injuries like that, back to back years, yeah, man, you got to.
And you got to rest. You haven't touched the bat. You haven't touched the basketball on actual. You haven't touched a legit exhibition game in over 1,000 days.
I don't know, man. It's like it sucks, but at the same time, like you got to remain hopeful. KD came back as well, but their games are not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, you can see. Like I was like, KD doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look the same,
Yeah,
and it won't be. I mean, yeah, he's not like. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but he doesn't explode to the rack like that no more.
Rodney Hood came back from injury, but I think he just got hurt again. Though he came back from a ruptured Achilles, but I believe he's hurt again.
But they again, that different. Like and Rodney Hood isn't an explosive offensive player, but he's a ferocious in your face defender. That lateral quickness, yeah, you're putting too much on it. Like you gotta like the perfect way to come back, by my opinion, from the Achilles injury is like you have to baby it. You have to get yourself mentally prepared. You have to get yourself physically prepared. You have to get in tune with that injury because just a little like wiggle or like an overextend or anything, it'll pop again. Especially if you don't go in and get it like re-sewed up or like depending on where it's ruptured at. Yeah, it's a wrap. Like if you're gonna try to play with like micro tears in your Achilles and like I know this, bro, it's gonna rupture.
Yeah, man. You seen John Wall? He came back. Cousins is back. So I mean, guys, they made it all the way back from an injury. Just they won't quite be that exact same player. I feel like nobody is when they come back from any kind of injury, whether it's ACL, MCL, TCL.
That was the one for me. I was like, man, dude, that's your defensive stance,
Yeah,
bro. Like that's like you can still get your spring, like you can still get enough to get your jumper up. Like, but man, that sitting locked in from an ACL injury, locked in defensive. Ooh, those knees are gonna. He's gonna swollen knee. Knees gonna be aggravated ACL. Like even when he's fully healed and it's like okay, it's cleared to go. Like there's no swelling. He's been working out on it. Nah, as soon as you get into that game, oh yeah, you're gonna be knocking knees. You're gonna have to hit people out. I mean, you're gonna have to plan. Like you do all that stuff on defense, bro, off that knee, off that Achilles, off like that's why I'm like, man, lower leg injuries. Oh, they scare me.
yeah, man. So, what do you think about Wiseman, rookie? Lloyd
Why
Wiseman.
I'm I know from our conversations, I'll say it. I'll eat my crow. I'm not afraid to buy. I'm not afraid to, you know, admit when I'm wrong. But I like him. He's a nice player. He has a lot of upside. I see him being a real piece. He is. I like his game. I really like his game. He literally the only issue I have with him is he just needs to get bigger. Like he just needs to put on a little bit more weight. Especially like that's the one thing that stuck out to me the other night too was Serge Ibaka like was manhandling him, and he's longer, he's like quicker. I mean he has the youth on this side, but Serge Ibaka is one of those stone walls in there. Like he's not a easy to move. Like he's not easy to move. He's an anchor. And he showed it. But I think why like as Wiseman goes through this COVID season, he's gonna learn a lot. I like it. I mean, honestly, I like it. It works for me. Short season, it's kind of like a get you acclimated.
Hmm.
So as they're working out all the kinks, when you get a full season next season, hopefully, then then we can see what you really got. And hey, you'll have a season under your belt. Hopefully, I mean, you'll be DeAndre Jordan on roids with an actual game.
I mean, yeah, I feel
Because
like he already has a better offensive feel to the game than Jordan does. Jordan is more mainly just a screen and lob guy. You know what I mean? Wiseman, he
and
could
he
be a screen and roller, but he could also shoot the three. Mid range is kind of there. He got a couple little low post moves. I feel like he need to go work with Akeem Olajuwon in the off seasons on his post game though.
hell yeah,
Yeah, that's all.
he he needs to and he plays defense. He's good.
He does.
He moves his feet well.
Yeah, I will say yeah.
And then I will say, and then also the one thing I respect about him, he's reminiscent, and you can tell that he worked with Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway kind of made him into like a big point guard
Hmm.
because the way he handles the ball and that spin move, it's not a big man spin move. Like it's like a quick drop step, like in the whole essence of it.
Some of the knocks scouts had on Wiseman coming out is that sometimes he relies too much on his guard skills instead of playing, closer to the basket, playing more as a big man. Like sometimes they say like he forgets that he's an actual big man. He thinks he's still a guard, but I don't know. I feel like that he could use that to his advantage because most bigs
Well,
don't want to come out to the 3 point line to guard their man. They rather stay closer to the basket. So if he can use that to his advantage, he can blow past somebody, face him up, or like you said, once he gets bigger down low, he can focus more on scoring in the post more. So I feel like
And that's what I'm saying too. With Steve Kerr in that offense, yeah, he's gonna be. They will like that's what we want you to do is pull the big man out so you can get all these cuts and back doors. And hey, if you want to zone us, we're just gonna shoot you out of this zone
yep,
and run motions all day, like confuse your defense. So he works out perfect. I mean, I like his game. I like his game. Yeah.
my good brother. What else do you want to touch on?
Well, I mean, I feel like we covered quite a bit.
We did, we did. We kind of we didn't go off topic. But we added some other topics in, but hey, the more the better. So
Yeah. You know what that means. Always gotta come back and give you some more.
exactly.
Always more for you.
Oh, one topic I would like to touch on before we wrap up this episode is the cross comparisons. So from the NBA to
Ah,
the NFL. So when we think of Steph Curry, I think of Patrick Mahomes,
okay,
NFL
yes.
level.
Yep. I
One
feel
MVP, one Super Bowl ring. I mean, Steph has three rings. He doesn't have it. He has what two MVPs? Yeah,
yeah.
two MVPs. Mahomes got another MVP and two more Super Bowls to win, but he's well on his way, man. Well
Of
on his way.
course. And I feel like if anything, he would be the most likely. I felt like the two obvious ones were Steph and LeBron. I mean, of course, LeBron being Tom Brady,
Mm-hmm.
Steph being Patrick. Now, where I kind of got into a little like difficulty of the comparison was I was trying to figure out, okay, who would be Dame Lillard
In the NFL,
in the NFL? Yeah, because I my cross comparison to Dame Lillard would have to be Devontae Adams.
okay. I was gonna say might. I don't know, man. I was gonna say Deshaun Watson, man.
Mm,
'Cause they don't come big in the
mm,
playoffs.
mm.
They do good in the season, man. They'll put up yards and touchdowns when it comes down to the nitty gritty, man. I don't know.
That is a good one.
Enough
That is good. That's I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. See, I thought of Parker just because Dame will give you like he'll just put up games. He'll just give you buckets. He'll give you games. He'll give you just show you the raw skill in and out, just in your face, like all the time. Every time you face him, you know you're gonna come out and get that work. And like that's how Devontae Parker has been in the past 3 years. Actually, honestly, the past five because he's had 3,000 yard receiving seasons with 90 plus catches. Yeah. He
I had
he
him on
was
my fantasy team this year, man. So I know about it all too well. I made a trade. I'm digressing a little bit. I gave
no,
up
you go ahead.
Cooper.
Mm,
Cooper actually in turn out had a way better season than him. So I don't know.
good. Um, who would be dangerous?
In the NBA,
Yeah.
dangerous. Russ got the ranks, man. I'm gonna have to go with it's a tough one, man. I'm really thinking
Because I was gonna say Kyrie.
Kyrie, huh?
Oh, Kyrie.
Oh man, personalities are totally different. That's true.
Personality, well, not really.
Nah,
Not really when you think about it. Russ is a really eccentric guy. Look at who his wife is.
Yeah.
Look at his social media. Look at how he's not afraid to be him. He's also super spiritual. I mean, Byrie is kind of just a more outspoken hood Russ. Or not even hood. He's a woke Russ, like an openly woke Russ.
I would probably go with oh man.
See, and then like also you gotta think about it too. I was like, look, Byrie, he'll give you that work. Russ will cook. You gotta let Russ cook. Then on top of what makes it even better is one championship.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, I definitely can see that connection there. Man, I'm stumped right now. I'm really trying to think of this cross sport comparison. I would have to go with put on my thinking cap here. We would like to see in the comments,
Of course.
viewers,
Give us some give us
who would
some
you compare
ideas in the
Russell
comments.
Wilson to in the NBA?
Oh
I would
yeah.
compare him to mm, man. Nah, I wouldn't consider him like Russell Westbrook. Nah.
Yeah.
I guess I could see Kyrie. Yeah. So I can't think of anybody else. I was gonna say Steph, but
All right. So I
we
got
already
two
used
more
him.
for you. I got two more. Two more. And I know these ones are gonna be I feel like they're mild. They're not super, they're not spicy sauce. I didn't put any spicy sauce on these ones. But Odell Beckham Jr.
Who was his NBA comparison?
Yeah.
Odell Beckham. I would have to probably go playoff P.
Ooh. Ooh. Off-way P.
Pandemic P. As,
Ooh.
as Uncle Shay Shay calls him. Pandemic P.
Pandemic P. Oh no. Oh no. Not pandemic
They
P.
know how to not show up in crunch time. And they always complain about getting hurt. It's always
Oh my goodness.
injury. How do you get hurt making a tackle?
Pandemic P. Oh my
Last
god.
night he got hit. He got hit driving to the basket. He like laid all out on the floor, passed out. Like, come on,
He
man.
pulled a Nate Robinson.
Go
My
ass.
bad, Nate. My bad, Nate. I love you, brother.
Yeah, why'd you take that fight, Nate? Man, come on.
I know why, but we not gonna get into that because we don't do this on
Yeah.
that. We don't do this on that podcast. But I don't know. I was gonna give him Devin Booker.
Booger, huh?
Yeah, he'll give you some numbers. You know, he's not a bad player. He's a star, but he's not a superstar. He's a good piece when he has other pieces with him. He can't do it by himself.
It's true.
You show it. And then my final comparison for this episode. DeAndre Hopkins.
D on the hop. Get on the hop, homie.
Mr. As Uncle Shay Shay said it, Mr. Bag of Apples and a Gatorade.
Damn, he gave up a bag of apples and a Gatorade from D Hop, huh?
Mm.
I'm gonna compare Hop to. Damn, this is another tough one.
I got one, and I got more for you people.
Let me see here.
Stay tuned. Leave something in the comments.
For surely, because he did. Man, this is a tough one. I'm interested in seeing where people are going with this comparison. All pro receiver. So I'm thinking of. I'm really stumped, man. Maybe Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I was thinking Jimmy Butler, or I was gonna say, uh, I was gonna give him Clay.
I was thinking Clay too, but then I was thinking like I don't want to say disgruntled. They're
He
good
wasn't
players, but they
disgruntled.
seem to be. I don't know. I what in
Texas, he was.
Texas, yeah. And then Jimmy was
Hmm.
disgruntled in Philly. He didn't want to be there. He made that known on JJ Redick's podcast. He let it be known like he just felt it always felt uncomfortable there, and I don't know. He just seemed like he was never fit in. But yeah,
I can see that.
yeah.
I can see that. I can see Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy. Jimmy would be. The reason I say Clay is because they both have that silent bravado. Like they're real subtle. Like like they talk with their game.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely just because yeah, I see that comparison there. Yeah, man. Trying to get some sponsors, man. The Beer Club, man. I've been using your products, man.
So shout out to Eddie and all businesses, small businesses, online businesses. Keep it rocking. Shoot us your ads. Anything we'll promote. I'm open to promote.
Man, my beer looking cool and stuff, man. Hopefully in a couple months I'll have everything. You know what I'm saying? Got the growth vitamin spray. You know what I'm saying? I got the growth oil popping off. You know what I'm saying, man? We got the Sandal beard oil. We got the beard shampoo.
Ooh.
We got the clippers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they hooked you all the way up.
Yeah, man.
They hooked you all the way up. Shout out to
Out to
Pro
Beer
Image
Club.
Sports Stockton. Yeah, beer club. I need to get on that. I mean, my beard looking all scraggly and whatnot. I need mine like
Yes, sir,
yours.
brother. I'll send you the link right after the show, man.
Oh yeah, and shout out to Pro Image Sports Stockton. All your jersey, throwback, hardwood, classic, customized World Series patch hats, apparel for women, children, any and every team. We have something for you there. That's Pro Image Sports Stockton, and the online store is fire. There's heat. Go check it out.
Absolutely. Shout out to all the black businesses out there thriving, doing their thing. Stand out from the crowd and striving for excellence. We see you. I'm JG the Quiet Assassin.
And it's been real. I'm French, the bread. Peace to you.
Peace, hair grease. Oh yeah.
Yeah.